Father.
Alvida? What are you doing here? Have you come to make sure I'm relinquishing my position?
No. I'm here to keep you from making a huge mistake.
I'm not sure I follow you.
You made a bad decision once. You paid dearly for it. And you're willing to face the consequences, and that's why I've decided to forgive you. Tell the Council what happened. Promise you'll use your position to promote the Guild and restore its image. But don't quit. Your fleet still needs you.
I didn't think you'd ever find it in you to forgive me. Once again, I've underestimated you. Thank you, Alvida. No father has ever been prouder than I am of you today. And thank you for supporting her and being here with her. The Council will soon be in session. You should go now.
Good speed, Father. I wanted to thank you for your help and support you gave me throughout our inquiry. Without you, I would still be plagued by doubt and a desire for revenge.
Do you feel better now?
Yes, I feel liberated. Even though we still have a lot to do together, my mind is at peace.
You showed incredible courage and great loyalty in coming to free me from this prison, while I'm really sorry that I wasn't honest with you from the start. I had orders, but I'll always be ashamed of having hidden who I was from you.
Are the arid shores of Tainea.
made of!
I remembered the feelings of joy, mixed with sadness, that I felt when we came here for the first time. Surrounded by our own, I felt safe, even though I saw to what extent they had suffered to make a life here.
My dear, I see you riddled with guilt, but this is not your fault. Kurnaz followed our trail, no doubt. But how could you have possibly guessed what he'd do?
I remember the feeling of being safe. We felt it for the first time in a long time. Oh, how it was destroyed in an instant. The attack by Kurnaz. The monstrous transformation of the wild chief that welcomed us. May the Enlightened protect her saintly soul.
We must finish the preparations for the ritual. The time has come.
Let's show them what we're made of! My armor is broken.
The Guardian's head has been honorably prepared and placed.
Ato ol Confrangi, Ebrandi ole Hanemelen. Ades da Marharmam. Inquid dam da veru evridenas ta Hanemo. Avelu de Talugedon. Close de Tahawan. Buledi de Taragam. King in Tagamem. Qua in Anemam ha sa Eniedi.
My dear, you gave us quite the scare. You'd fallen into a sort of catatonic state that made us think you might be dying.
I'm well. Even if I am exhausted and disorientated. What I felt is difficult to describe. I was Ladan. Suddenly I felt my body shredded in an explosion of terrific rage. And then I was that rage, and I became something else. I was immense. My roots digging into the depths of the earth, my peaks touching the sky. But I was wounded and full of hatred. And then I saw myself, tiny, sitting here, as if hiding in a shard of my past, powerful greatness.
It was violent. Terribly so. The spirit of the continent. Gakan is of a completely different nature than on Milfrichtenen. A vengeful and destructive will devours it entirely. I am not surprised that anyone binding with it is transformed immediately.
That's it. I was all of Gakan. And I was full of infinite suffering, as if thousands of needles were piercing my skin. I felt violated. I'm dying. As if some horrifying illness had infected me.
I sensed in my mountaintops the place where I wanted to bond. Something there continued to draw from my power.
You're describing this as if you truly felt it. I am so sorry for you. It must have been horrible.
You're going to need to rest after this. Did you see anything that could help us anticipate Kernaz's next movements?
Yes. Other than the caverns, I felt certain places as if they were my own internal organs, beating with energy. I suppose that these are places of power. Places where bonding rituals might be performed as well.
I know this might be a stupid question, but do you think you could locate them?
Would you know how to find your heart? Yes. I felt where they can be found. One of them we know already. It's the one on the lands of the congregation, near the border with your country. There were others beyond there. I don't know how they are called, but I could show them to you on a map.
I suggest we notify the Dutan Embassy to ensure that these powerful places are properly guarded.
Excellent idea, Ludwig. Even if it would be risky for Kernaz to send men directly into the heart of enemy territory.
Agreed. Since it only requires a small detachment of men to create one of these creatures, surveillance would not hurt.
Alas, there were also several on these lands. And these could be easily exploited by the General. There were two twins. One, a great chasm to the north of Alima. A cancer in my flesh. And the other touched my peaks. I imagine that it's a mine near another site of ruins in the mountains. There was another to the north. Still within my entrails, near a long, wet scar.
You're speaking of the Tyne Canal, I think. There are numerous Astrian ruins in the region. This place must be one of them.
That is possible. Oh, there were so many, my head is spinning.
I recognize the twin sites. The one on the mountaintops is the place I took my companions to transform. I recognized its imprint. The other is a mine that is found near there. And you are right, Fridengeir. It is like a cancer. More devastating than the others.
Till, Safia, do you know this mine?
That would be an old copper mine. I think it's abandoned.
I concur. Production was stopped years ago. The copper was eventually depleted after centuries of exploitation.
Yet, still I sensed that something was going on there. We should go and see.
I agree. I felt the same thing. As if something were stretching me.
Kernaz chose this place to continue his research, and it will be heavily guarded.
And your vision of the ruins near the border?
It was a place like the others. I just recognized it more easily because we had been there. Great battles were fought there in ancient times, weren't they?
Yes. The war between the Empire and the Free Cities, supported by the Congregation, spilled over all the way to those lands. The earth must still be drenched in the blood of the poor soldiers who perished there.
Yes. There was so much blood spilled.
Perhaps. But we went there and a ritual was already performed. It wouldn't seem an urgency to return.
Yes, we should go investigate the mine. What we felt there, it is not simply an old abandoned place.
You're back. It's always a pleasure to see you. What can I do for you?
We've come to warn you of a potential danger. We've discovered that there are several sites in Alliance territory that could be used to create new Guardians. We will go to the one that is most worrying, but it would be a good idea to keep an eye on the others.
I see. I'll do my best to send some of my men without the General being made aware of it. It won't be easy. He has supporters everywhere now. I'll keep you informed of our findings, of course. The last thing we need is for creatures as tall as buildings to be roaming through the Alliance, destroying everything in their path.
Thank you, Sir Francis.
It was a pleasure.
I wanted to thank you again for helping me get to the bottom of things. Thanks to you, I'm no longer plagued by doubt. And I feel liberated, in a way.
After the ritual I conducted, I wondered if the ocean also had a spirit, like our island or this continent. I would like to find out, but I would need a guide. Someone who could teach me the language of the sea. Would you help me?
Of course. I'd be happy to. But I am not a Donnay Cad. How would I know what to teach you?
Let your captain's instinct guide you. I'm sure that it will lead us in the right direction.
That's very kind. I suppose I'm willing to try then. But I admit that I don't really know where to start. Here we are, off the coast.
You're back? What do you want?
I imagine you recall the adventure we had together in the ruins of High Prairie.
How could I forget? I still sometimes wake up in a cold sweat after dreaming about that horrible creature.
We have learned that there were other places of power. Even within the borders of your empire. Places where Kornaz's men could attempt to create Guardians once again.
How did you come by this information? Did the Alliance somehow manage to plant spies in our territory?
No. I learned of this by practicing one of my people's rituals. A sort of union with the continent. I suppose this will sound strange to you, but I could clearly sense a number of places that need to be watched.
It is indeed very strange, but after what we've seen together, I'm willing to believe you. I almost wish that Kurnaz himself would come to our land to create one of these monsters. His capture would be such a victory for the Empire. You can rest assured that I will send word to the Emperor immediately. He will send troops to guard the places you indicated.
Thank you, Your Grace.
My office is waiting.
You're back. What can we do for you?
We've come to warn you of a potential danger.
Is that so?
You may remember an incident that took place on Congregation territory near the Dutan border.
You mean the affair with the giant creature? The Imperial Ambassador came to talk to us about it. Her story seemed quite implausible at the time. But when we sent men to check it out, they confirmed what she had said. We banished the person who was responsible for it, a certain Zahid, if my memory serves me right.
She worked for General Karnaz, but unfortunately we now know that he hasn't given up his plans. We discovered that there are other places of power. Places where he can create new creatures. And some of them are on Congregation soil.
May I ask how you learned this?
On our island, we perform rituals that allow us to commune with the land. We performed one here. That's how we were able to sense the power of certain significant places.
This is all very strange and, forgive my expression, rather fanciful. What do you want from me?
We were hoping that you could keep an eye on these places, to make sure that Karnaz doesn't send any troops or scientists there.
I see. Although your source of information strikes me as questionable, that is something I can do. Just show me the places on a map, and I'll send watchmen to them.
Thank you, Your Grace. That's all we could hope for.
As you...
Here's the coast. We'll find... Leaving.
Alas, these... guards won't let us enter without a fight.
The guards matter not. If they refuse to let us... Then attack them, I say. They were given orders to kill us on sight, weren't they?
Oi! You've no business here. Move along. That's an order. The savages here won't be leaving. If you don't want to join them, I suggest you go back to wherever you came from. Come on now, fellows. No time to snooze. Remember what they said. I think we've been clear. If you want to keep all your teeth...
What are you talking about? Who is in Des Moines?
The other savages that work here, of course. Don't take us for fools. You know why you've come.
We must enter, and nothing you say will dissuade us.
To arms!
Renmu and fire. Pass the head hurry.
We're missing something to make this work.
This is strange. The guy... the entrance, but not the interior. There's hardly anyone here. What does this mean?
I can't explain it. But I do feel like we're close to the place of power I felt in my vision. But it feels like it's deeper. As if it were sunk into the art.
Hey, what do you think you're doing here? What are you doing here? How did you get in? Those guards don't let anyone past them.
We had no choice but to kill the guards outside. We had to know what was going on down here.
You going to kill me too? I haven't done anything.
No. Please tell us what is happening here. Isn't the mine supposed to be abandoned?
Yes, but we aren't mining for copper anymore. Some general from the city decided it was the ideal location for his experiments.
What kind of experiments?
No idea, really. All I can tell you is that it involves islanders and a lot of giant lizards.
And what are you doing here?
My men and I have been paid to shore up the mine. Modify it to fit their strange ideas. But today we're here more to clean up after them. It seems like they've finished whatever it is they were doing.
Are you certain you can't tell us any more about the experiments carried out here?
No. They do their research at the bottom of the mine. It's off limits to us. All I can tell you is there were many deaths, and ever since, the Earth trembles now and again. Some say they created a monster down there. Most of the savants left after that.
Where were the native prisoners taken?
I'm fairly certain you'll find them in the main gallery. It's where we were told to put the rest of their materials.
Do you know why they were brought here?
Poor souls, I think they were used in the experiments. And when those savants left the mine, the prisoners were abandoned like scrap. They're in the area next to the raised bridges you'll find at the entryway, but it's off limits for us. We're not allowed to go past the double bridge.
We must free them. I need you to lower this bridge immediately. It is the only way to get where we need to go.
I'll do it, but promise me that you won't hurt me. I'm going to go down now and lock the second bridge, all right? Please, just... stay here to lower the first one when the others set.
I admit that going down into that pit to activate the lever is not very tempting. I'd like to avoid having to confront those guards.
Let's see if there isn't some way to avoid confrontation.
Mutilated cadavers. Beast and man, side by side. This is monstrous. These Renaigse are truly brutes.
If I've correctly understood the reasoning of these savants, by learning how to tame these poor creatures, they hope to be able to dominate you in the same manner. It's rather reassuring to see that they failed. Brave little Lowola.
It seems these savants continued the research that we interrupted in High Prairie, and have pushed their evil yet further. They carry out experiments to break the wills of the Donegada any way possible. They use torture to force them to finish their ritual. They hope their broken spirits will pass to the Guardians. It is barbaric.
I hate these Renaigse with all my heart. What madness pushed them to do this to other human beings? I can't believe that fear of the General made them this way. They had to already have rotten hearts to begin with.
We must free the prisoners held here. We must end these vile experiments. There are names and dates on this board.
It's a table of attendance. It would seem to indicate that 2 Bridge Alliance scientists are still here, doing research.
Poor Lewolans. They've been locked up, mistreated. They must be both desperate and enraged.
We could free them. But after having suffered so much, they might come after us.
In that case, let's deliver them from their misery. It would be better they die free than suffering inside boxes.
Marvelous. We just keep going down and down. I must admit that I don't love the idea.
Ugh.
Be quiet. We don't want to be overheard.
Prison cells. That must be where our people are being kept.
No! Leave! Or you too will die.
Something is coming. What the...
Dead. We should free the prisoners now, should we not?
We are of a... like mind.
You killed it. I didn't think it was even possible. Thank you. You saved all of us.
You have no need to thank us. We have come here to stop a madman. He is responsible. What happened here?
These lions brought us here to torture us. And they wanted our Donegada to bond to this place. They managed to get one of them to transform suddenly into this horrifying guardian. Then they tried to control it as best they could. But the creature killed many men, and they abandoned their efforts. Most of their savants fled, and just left us locked down here. 2 of them stayed behind and were killed yesterday. Nobody has come down here. We were left to starve or to be eaten by the Guardian. If you know how to decipher their writing, they scribble most everything down they do, especially the atrocities.
you might learn something more.
We do indeed know how to read their writing. It is how we knew to come here. We must stop them from creating more corrupted guardians.
It's time for us to be going. I'm eager to see the light of day and breathe fresh air.
Of course. You can take the lift to go back up to the surface. We took care of the guards. No one will stop you.
Thanks. That's such a relief. I was convinced we were going to die down here. I don't know where we'll go now. But at least we are free and alive.
I know a friendly village inhabited by people from our homeland. I helped found it, not far from here in the mountains. You will be welcome. Like you, the people there have been through great trials and suffering. But they are happy now and live in peace.
That would be a dream come true. Can you help me find this village?
It's near here. Go round the mountain, following the river towards Olima. Look for the ruins of an ancient temple. You'll find a path to the village.
Thank you so much. May the art carry you always.
This document confirms our worst fears. Most of the savants here were sent to another location to continue their research a few weeks ago. They say that they are looking for subjects devoid of the natural savagery of the islanders, and more accustomed to following orders. I fear the worst. They say they're closing in on their objective and headed to Dutam. They're returning to the ruins in High Prairie.
Those villainous vultures. They're set on sowing death and chaos to bring my country to its knees, as if we haven't suffered enough.
They're looking to blame their monstrosities and to provoke a complete war between all nations.
We must put an end to this madness and return to High Prairie before they manage to spawn a new Guardian. But we need to warn the Imperial Ambassador and our allies of the Congregation. Their support could prove vital if we want to keep Karnaz from starting his war.
We'll need to be extra careful. Those new experiments can only be worse than before.
Let us put an end to the General's plans.
Prepare to disembark. We've arrived. There are
Fridengar, I'm glad you came to see me. I've been thinking a lot about my actions recently, and in particular the attack I incited against Olima. I'm afraid you were right. Yet again, the Renaigse are thirsting for revenge now, and I'm afraid they're going to attack the village that our people built in the mountains. I'm not very good at diplomacy, as you know. So, if you wouldn't mind, I'd like you to come with me to talk to the Safark. I want to convince him that the people who have stayed have only one desire from now on, and that is to live in peace. Since our relations with him are not very good, your help will be that much more valuable to me.
All right. Let's go and see the Safark of Olima and hope he listens to us.
Thank you. I'd be devastated if anything were to happen to our people as a result of my warmongering rhetoric.
Do you want to talk about what we experienced together during the Anatalas Fair? It was so brutal.
It's true. Yet, I am happy to have done it with you. Knowing that you were by my side calmed me. It prevented me from sinking, I think. And it's one more ordeal that we've gone through together. And that belongs to the two of us. Something that no one else can understand the way we can.
You're right. It strengthened the bond between us. I realize that now.
Together we are stronger. And better than Egada too. Oh, of course.
her the arid shores of... I need...
You haven't done enough already? What else do you want?
We'd like to talk to you about the Winged Guardian's attack on Olima.
What's to tell? I already know your people were involved. Witnesses reported the creatures came from the camp of savages in Keldarg.
Savages? They were brought here by force and are just trying to survive. They were locked up, mistreated, and tortured. Some sought vengeance against the town. Those remaining in the village seek peace. It's unjust to attack them.
The creatures attacked our city for no reason, killing innocent people. They came from that village, like you said. There will be reprisals. Olima will not tolerate an attempt to terrorize innocent people.
Professor, retaliation will only feed the cycle of vengeance. Aren't we to blame for the plight of these poor people? We brought them here.
Sophia, I never imagined a woman of science would side with savages. You've become too fond of your companions. Not all islanders are the same.
How dare you treat your own countrymen like slaves and test subjects? The real savages here are people like you.
You're crossing a line, which won't help your cause. I have work to do, more important than listening to your ranting. You haven't done enough already. What else do you want?
It's...
You haven't done enough already.
You behave like heartless brutes. And in the end, you'll pay.
You're reduced to threats, growling like the animals you are. Roaring intimidates the weak-minded. Here, we ignore it. Get out, before I throw you into prison.
Save your breath. We're leaving. What a terrible man. We weren't able to change his mind at all. What will happen to the villagers now?
We have all eyes in this city. Police is a logician and an important person.
Shim. Listen to us.
Hello.
Hello, everyone. How can we help you?
We've learned that Olima is preparing to retaliate by attacking Keldag. We failed to convince the Sothark that the villagers are no threat.
I'm not surprised. The townspeople want blood. Their attack caused many deaths.
But those who stayed had nothing to do with the attack. They're not warriors.
There's no point in convincing me if the Sothark has made up his mind.
Come now. You're not one to stand aside while a village of innocents is massacred. There must be a way to save them. They have suffered enough.
I hate to disappoint you, but my hands are tied. However, do you remember the slaves at the dye works? I've been thinking. It is not the only dubious affair the Sothark was involved in. Unfortunately, I have no solid evidence. He's covered his tracks well. If you were to find proof, we could have him removed from office.
I suppose you would make the perfect replacement, wouldn't you?
True, but my ambition is not suggesting this course of action. Professor Ilken has an antiquated worldview and great contempt for your people. If you want to save the villages and your people everywhere, you need progressive allies.
Fair enough. The professor is in the garden. We'll steal a look at his belongings.
We'll let you know what we find.
Don't underestimate him. He's a diabolically clever man. Goodbye.
It's clearly the key to a house.
That's all very well, but how can we know which house the professor lives in? This city is full of them.
This letter has an address. It says he lives on the... Rampart Road, in the city's...
He's hiding at home. This is his house. If he's really involved in the suspicious business Alice mentioned, we'll find proof of it here.
That might come in handy.
Open the door to the room. Let's see what's inside.
I can't do anything with this. I don't see how we could use this. This document doesn't say anything useful. This man certainly loves paper. All these documents are covered with all kinds of notes.
What do they say?
It appears to be research on various topics, but the writing styles are all different. It's as if these documents weren't written by the same person. What do you think?
I'm afraid I have an idea of what our professor is up to here. But I'd rather not jump to conclusions. We need to show all this to Helise.
Let's go back to the university right away.
Hello. Hello, everyone. How can we help you?
We found these documents at the professor's house. It's a collection of different research papers, but they're not written in the same hand.
And they were in a secret room. If he felt the need to hide them, it's probably because they're important.
I have a theory, but I don't possess your knowledge in these matters, and I sincerely hope I'm wrong. The scandal and horror of this would be too great if by chance my fears were founded.
Let me see that. I can't believe it. All these documents are the research reports that made the professor famous. But they're not in his handwriting, and some of them are even signed by authors who have nothing to do with our Sophark.
But they're missing, aren't they? That's what I feared.
That's right. At least one of them was exiled, while others disappeared quite suddenly.
Are you telling me that the professor took credit for research done by people he had killed or exiled?
Yes. You should go and confront him while I fetch the guard. This man is not just a plagiarist. He's a murderer.
Let's go. I can't wait to see his face when he finds out we've caught him.
I'm looking forward to this. This guy's a straight jerk.
You haven't done enough already. What else do you want?
Professor, we found your secret room. We know that you stole your research from other people. We also know that those people have disappeared, or that you have had them exiled. There's no point in denying it.
What right do you have to enter my home? You've obviously misconstrued what you've seen. Or you've decided to accuse me of this crime purely for political gain.
Don't bother. We have all the evidence with us.
I see. Are you hoping to blackmail me? What is it you want?
Poor, wretched Professor. You're still clinging to the delusion that we're here just to get something out of you. But you're wrong. The guards are coming, and this time you won't be able to get away with it. You will pay for your crimes.
The Professor is here.
Professor Ilken, you're under arrest. Come with us and don't make a scene.
I should have got rid of you all when you were meddling in the dye business. I should have known you'd be nothing but trouble.
Professor, we will use force if necessary.
Don't you touch me! I know exactly where the exit is. And as for you, Elise, I didn't expect you to be so ambitious. I underestimated you. But allow me a prediction. Your alliance with these savages will bring only ruin.
He's revealed his true nature. What a terrible man. And to think we let him represent our city for so long.
What will happen now?
The city's logicians will meet to elect the next Sopharch. I'll be a candidate, of course, and I hope that my recent work will earn me the approval of my peers.
That's all very well. But what will happen to the villagers in Keldog?
The elections will buy them some time. There will be no retaliation until a new Sopharch has been appointed. But unfortunately, I don't know if the future Sopharch will be able to calm the population and convince them to put aside their desire for revenge.
If you're going to be the future Sopharch, you're the first person we need to convince, right?
Why don't you come and visit the village? You could see for yourself that the people who live there today only want peace.
All right. I'll go to the village. I suppose I'll meet you there?
Yes. We'll be waiting for you. My friends, please come down. I did indeed ask Khalees, who is a sort of leader in Olima, to come and visit your village.
Why? By bringing her here, you've revealed our hiding place.
After everything we've been through at the hands of the Renaigse.
We didn't really have a choice. I assure you. I don't really know how to explain it, but... Vridengar?
You're doing very well, Nilan. Don't worry about it. Go on. We're all listening.
Thank you, Vridengar. Listen, you know me. And you know that I don't trust the Renaigse easily. But this woman, Halis, has earned my trust. She has helped us many times, especially by helping us make a remedy for our people. And today, when our village is in danger, I believe she can convince her people to let us live in peace.
She can come and visit us if she wants, but how can we convince her of our intentions? You know that all those who wanted to fight the Lions are gone, and that only those who wanted to live in peace and safety are left here. But that's not easy to prove.
Especially to those who think of us as savages.
Olvind, I know you wanted to perform a ritual here to purify the land. The one that is a tradition of your people, the Beroic Nodas.
That's right. This land has been deeply wounded, and if we want to live here, we must heal it.
I think that's something that might help Halis understand us.
Healing the land? How would that work?
If the two Donegada who are with you agree to help me, then I can show you.
We'd be happy to help, Olvind.
First, purify the water, the source of all life. Here it is tainted by corruption. The ritual is prepared. I engraved symbols of the cycle that rules all things on the stones.
These symbols are used in our clan's rituals.
They are very powerful. Now, each of you stand in front of a stone. Repeat after me.
I understand the idea of purifying water, but not praying to decorated stones.
Awen Shayafan biem da hole. Queritus yes de quedes lineto. Echred samelbuto eviden, quan kirdes coneglam de henemam.
Awen Shayafarnd biem da hole. Querid tosies de quedes lineto. Echred samelbut to aviden, quan kirdes caneglan de henemam.
Awen shamoder, wen sha angus, echred wen shambie adiven.
Awen shamoder, wen sha angus, echred wen shambie adiven.
The water is clear.
We must take this water to the source of corruption. I will wait in the caves. Halis, come with me.
I'm coming. I would like to see what happens next.
is one of the burning centers of evil here. Plant these seeds where I have prepared the soil. The plants that sprout are like those from my clan on Tir Freddy. They absorb the evil and heal the earth. Then, you must water them with the purified water.
Growing plants in this polluted soil would be miraculous. And that will purify the earth?
At first on the surface, then deeper. You will see. All is ready for the second ritual. Take your places and repeat after me.
My curiosity is fully piqued.
Ahilonia bloguiren en itale me manglan. Tumidis suisri denenene. Slundis aheslinido. Deldis askrogochdom.
Ahilonia bloguiren de netale mamanglan. Tumidis suis ridenene. Slundis aheslinedo. Deldis askrogachdom.
Tegedis da a subanachtam ag agmuidis ertum frog. Berdis biem varas kasi, yigidis
Tegedis da a subenachtam, ag adnuidis a ertam frag. Perdis biem varhas kasi, yigidis
Unbelievable. The pollution is dissipating.
As the plants grow, they will heal the earth below. Let's return to the surface and fresh air.
Did the ritual work?
Yes. We'll need many more to heal this land. Today is the first day of a new life. The village is truly born.
Born under the sign of peace and healing. I'm very impressed. We have much to learn from you. I'm not yet Sothark, but I vow to protect your village and the peace you seek. I'd like to sign a trade and peace treaty with your chief.
We haven't chosen a chief. We are refugees trying to survive.
Olvin's performed the ritual, which makes her the best choice.
I understand your choice, but I did play a role.
It shouldn't be me. Nilan should be our chief. He united the lost souls and gave them hope. He learns from his mistakes.
I'm speechless.
Chief Nilan. I like that.
You honor me. I will do my all to serve the clan.
The clan needs a color. What will it be?
I've struggled to understand the benefits of trust and sharing. We must continue to trade knowledge with our neighbors. Green shall be our color. And because this clan was born of many scattered seeds thrown on these lands, and to honor the woman who kept me from getting lost on the road, I propose we call ourselves the Vridenan Oltokladi. Those who were uprooted.
Nilan, you're a poet. I'm touched.
Thank you for your trust and your friendship. Hollis, let's sign a treaty.
My pleasure, Nilan. I swear in Olima's name, your village shall prosper in trade without harm.
Nilan, we have this cape in your chosen colors. It's worthy of a chief.
I shall wear it. With pride.
I must return to the university and defend my candidacy to the Logicians. Thank you for inviting me to your village. It has been memorable.
Thank you, Alice, for everything.
Here we are, off the coast of the proud cities of the Congregation.
Kurnaz's troops are everywhere.
We should kill them while we have the advantage of surprise.
I do love a forest skirmish, but I don't see how we could get them all. Someone's sure to shout.
That creature was truly monstrous. Fortunately, they didn't succeed. It won't obey them. That would have been devastating for a civilian population.
I need...
Of course.
I've become Mal of a new clan. I really hope to live up to their expectations.
Now that you've been named Mal of the Vriden and Otokladi clan, do you plan to stay here forever?
I have a responsibility towards my people and my clan. It will certainly be more difficult for me to travel now, and even more so to return to Tir Fradi, which terrifies me, and yet reassures me. I think I'm a little afraid that our island will reject me now. Because by creating this village, I have, in a way, bonded with the mainland.
One wonders which of us has the shortest routes. You managed to fit in here much better than I did.
It's true. Yet, believe me, I'll never forget where I come from. Here as elsewhere. I'm a Tir Fradian, a child of our blessed island. But I must be a lost child. That's all.
I've got to go.
Of course.
for Hasta Hekalene.
Changed. There are more soldiers.
Let's show them what we're made of!
to this.
Voices. Who and what are they doing?
I bet we've found where they're doing their vile experiments.
have been through hell, but at least now you are free. I thank you. I wouldn't have survived for much longer. You need to get out of here and somewhere safe. We still have unfinished business here. Kurnas must be stopped. The way is clear. We took care of every soldier we crossed paths with on our way to you. But do beware of soldiers still roaming the forests. There are quite a few bridgemen out there on patrols.
Much appreciated. I've no intention of getting caught by them again. They die, or we die. Be careful. On the other side of the wall, judging from the screams, they're performing wicked experiments. As for us, we're gonna do our best to rally the guard in Peren. Good luck to you, though it seems like you might not need it.
Good luck to you as well. So many dead. Kurnas' men didn't give them a chance.
Some survived. We must get them to safety.
Something to make it keep quiet.
You are going to obey us, my pretty.
Ah, a perfect opportunity to test its abilities. Make it attack!
Horror of horrors. A guardian spawned from the bonding of a coin guard? They transformed him into a monster. This is their obedient subject. Transformed into an avatar of hatred and pain. When the Guild discovers this inglorious act, there will be dire repercussions.
It is unspeakable. Our sacred rites are designed to commune with nature, to give our lands a voice to speak, not for these horrors.
Go ahead and believe that your little battle is going to stop us. Now that we know how to produce these marvels, nothing will ever stop us for long. The continent will soon be united under a single banner. As for you, poor uncivilized savages, we shall destroy you to the last. And I shall begin with you. This creature was my crowning achievement!
Intruders! Watch out!
Let's show them what we're made of! The scientist has created his lost guardian.
The Imperial
What do you think he was gonna do?
needs to learn about all this. I say we report to her immediately.
I think we should stay here for now.
You're back? What do you want?
Your Excellency, we made a dreadful discovery in High Prairie.
I fear the worst, but please, go on.
The Coin Guard must be informed immediately.
I'll send for the Captain Superintendent.
I came as fast as I could. Why such urgency?
General Karnas has outdone himself. He resumed his experiments in High Prairie. Coin Guard mercenaries were held captive at a Bridge Alliance camp. They were subjected to horrible experiments. One turned into a guardian. The creature obeyed them, as the soldier would have done.
I can't believe my ears. My men, tortured and transformed. My instinct is to pay the report no heed, but too many guards have gone missing. I'll inform our troops that Kurnaz is an enemy of the Guild from this day forward. You know his plans. What will you do?
We've tried to stop him, but we're always a step behind. We need to confront him.
We are gathering strength and allies to deliver a fatal blow.
You can count on us. My men will find his troops wherever they're hiding. When you're ready to fight, we'll lead the attack.
I shall inform the Emperor and the princes of what happened in High Prairie. We must stop Kurnaz from using this against us.
Thank you, Your Excellency. We shall...
Goodbye. Our missionaries perform their duty with such devotion. I can't help but admire them.
My children, it's always a pleasure to see you. What can I do for you?
We were hoping you could help us find where General Kornos is hiding.
Really? And why should I know? Do you think he informs me of his movements?
My dear Father Cardinal, everyone knows that you're a resourceful man and that you're always extremely well informed. We have played cat and mouse with Kurnaz long enough. It's time to stop reacting and go on the offensive.
The General's demise would certainly be a relief. I can't deny that. All right, I'll find out. I'll send a bird when I know more. And once we've found him, you'll need to gather your allies as quickly as possible before attacking. We may not have another opportunity to defeat him.
Thank you, Father Pius. We will await your message.
May the...
I must leave. Forgive me.
Yuxantis! Home at last. Here's the coast. finally be able to set foot on land. Prepare to disembark. We've arrived. At our destination. Here's the coast. Finally be able to set foot on.
Captain Superintendent knows her job. Everything is ready for battle.
There you are at last.
How goes the attack, Captain Superintendent?
The situation isn't ideal. That old fox, Kurnaz, chose his battlefield well. He has complete control over these ruins, and has positioned his troops to take full advantage of the terrain. His men are making the most of their knowledge of the area, and are waging a battle of skirmishes, ambushes, and sneaky tricks. And Imperialist fighters arriving from the rest of Tynea keep attacking us from behind. Since everything depends on his strategy, and his troops' loyalty to his person, if the General falls, the rest will collapse with him. Unfortunately, we don't know exactly where he is hiding.
Therefore, we're not in a strong position.
Indeed. Unfortunately, we don't have much outside support. Certainly not enough to allow us any room for error.
There must be some way to tip the scales in our favor.
When you don't have the numbers or the strength, you must use cunning. With a well-laid plan, we should be able to do it.
Quite right. We're going to carry out a coordinated attack on different parts of the ruins and the open terrain surrounding them. The aim is to divert the attention of the majority of the General's troops, while two small units make their way into the catacombs. These two groups will have to find the General hidden there and stop him by any means possible.
Why send two groups?
Our scouts have managed to narrow down our search area to two paths leading into the catacombs. Unfortunately, we don't know which one goes to the General's hideout, or even where they lead.
I see your point. I suppose you'd like us to be part of one of these groups?
Actually, we'd like you and your companions to split up and lead the two groups. I'll leave you the time to prepare and decide amongst yourselves who will accompany you on one path, and which of your companions will take the other one. When you've made up your minds and are ready, come back and see me. We'll launch the attack to cover you. Trust you've been able to speak to our allies. I recommend that you have a word or two with your companions before we go into battle.
You all know why we're here, and what's at stake. Getting to know you, exploring this continent with you, and fighting alongside you has changed my life. I hope that after this battle, we can all reunite and celebrate our victory together.
We started this adventure together, and I hope we'll finish it together.
I'm not very fond of sentimentality or goodbyes, so let's agree to meet up after this battle, shall we? We'll have a drink together.
With you, my friends, I'd sail to the ends of the earth. And I look forward to joining you all aboard the Constantia for new adventures.
You've all become so serious all of a sudden. After everything we've been through, we're not going to let one little skirmish scare us, are we?
Well, it's always helpful to motivate each other before a fight. Are you ready? Remember that anyone who doesn't go with you will take the other route.
We are ready.
Good. Who will go with you?
Watch your step. There are traps.
What we're made of!
I should have known it would be you they'd send after the General. The Savage and her minions. As if you could ever hope to defeat him. You're nothing but a fleeting nuisance that I'm going to sweep away.
Too much talk. Let's fight and get this over with.
Sound the alert! Let's show them what we're made of!
Yes. Let's go. Let's show them what we're made of!
You're bleeding. Let me help you.
Now I'm going to have to buy some new armor. There's no turning back now.
You? The continent is full of worthy soldiers and mercenaries, and yet they send a savage after me? They couldn't just defeat me, they had to insult me too. No matter. I'm going to prove they were wrong. I'm going to send their pesky little hunting dog back to them in pieces. I'll show them they've only managed to delay the inevitable. There are wheels in motion that are far beyond their imagining.
You've gone mad. The whole world is against you, Karnaz. You're trapped in the furthest reaches of the catacombs, and you're still raving about your plans.
There's a fine line between genius and madness, but rest assured, I'm going to show you the difference. Soldiers!
Loyal to the bitter end, are we?
Until yours, at least.
Let's show them what we're made of! I'm with you! We've lost one of ours! Must remain focused.
Und Wench hat
help you?
We should rest here. We're gonna need all our strength.
So, you got the better of Zahid. I'd have thought she'd be stronger. But that's the curse of people like me. We're always disappointed by our subordinates. They can never measure up to our own greatness.
Your greatness ends here, General.
Surrender, Kurnaz. Too many good soldiers have died for your madness. It's time for that to stop.
What's a few lives compared to all those that could be saved by my plan? My grand vision? Don't you understand that I'm bringing peace to an entire continent? An end to the wars that have plagued us for centuries. I don't know why I'm wasting my breath on you. You couldn't possibly understand. Soldiers! Show me you're worth more than this scum.
Get ready. Let's show them what we're made of.
Now I'm going to have to buy some new armor.
Worse than the pox.
Hadn't we better?
Silence, woman. Don't think you bested me. I'll never yield. Guards!
More soldiers are coming. Catch your breath and stay strong. Stand aside. I'm gonna wipe them from the face of the earth.
Finally rid of all those soldiers. The general dragged Zerrin onto this bridge. I saw him.
Let me go. There's still time to end this madness. Oh.
They're all cowards, traitors, incompetent fools. They're the reason we're in this mess. Incapable of following even the simplest orders, of doing what I tell them to. None of them ever understood the greatness, the beauty of the vision I shared with them. Imbeciles! You again.
There's no place you can run, General. It's time to surrender.
She's right. It's over.
You think I'm gonna surrender to this savage and her mob? I had sooner die by my own hand.
Really?
No! Don't! May the earth carry you always, my friends! Let's show them what we're made of! I'm so sorry. We are going to miss you, my friend.
From another world, the doubt, the onward, beyond the land of my sacred home, my heart, my soul, my body, my skin, my own destiny. My heart, my soul, my body, my skin, my own destiny.
My dear friend, I understand your need to know more about the events that took place in this part of the mainland. But you should know that reporting on the current situation is not easy. The upheavals of recent months have been such that the balance of power in Kakan has been altered. We came close to disaster. General Kurnaz might well have succeeded in creating the empire he dreamed of, if he hadn't been defeated by that party I've already told you of, and if he hadn't committed the folly of antagonizing the Coin Guard who tracked his forces to the ruins where he had taken refuge. The imperialist movement, whose corruption had reached the highest spheres, seems to have died out with him. However, among the people, many are those who mourn his death. He flattered their nationalistic pride. We'll have to remain highly vigilant with regard to them. If they turn him into a martyr for their cause, we risk a resurgence of their deadly ideology and the rising of a new general. Fortunately, the new Sopharch of Elima, a certain Helise, seems to be both incorruptible and a supporter of a more benevolent alliance. My spies are still looking for Zeren, who, as I've already told you in my letters, disappeared after the battle. None of my men managed to get their hands on her. We must hope that she doesn't plan on joining her husband's supporters. As for the scientists who were trying to create those creatures of war for the General, they were hunted down by the Guard. I know you wanted us to catch some of them alive, to put them to work for us. I admit their research could have been useful, despite their ideology, which is resolutely opposed to our own. But I doubt I'll be able to. The Superintendent is pursuing them with unexpected rigor. The situation in the Dutan Empire, our main ally in the region, has also been impacted by all these events. The death of General Kurnaz allowed them to lighten the defense of the Eastern Front along the border with the Alliance. This allowed the Emperor to concentrate on the civil war that was ravaging his country. and in particular on the elimination of the Carmenist heretics. General Eisenach, having been convicted of treason, his men fell into line, thus stabilizing the Imperial army. The merchant congregation, which I am watching very closely as you know, has also undergone some changes. Our allies, the de Vesps, have managed to get their hands on the proof that their lineage can be traced back to the ancient kings of Astria. This allowed them to consolidate their position among the nobility and gain significant influence with the various cities. With our support, they should be able to rise again to the head of the congregation within a few years. I understand that all this news may worry you, but rest assured that I remain vigilant. You must recall the Captain Evrard affair, which caused us some trouble. The party I already mentioned was in charge of conducting the investigation, which allowed me to have the most troublesome of those involved judged. As for the young Augustine de Cluse, who so worried us, have no fear. He will no longer harm anyone. I know that you have a keen interest in the affairs of the Nords, so I will say a few words about them here. Admiral Cabral is in Teofudi, so Admiral Basileus, with whom we have already done business, is in charge of the guild. After the general's stunt forced him to distance himself from the Alliance, I believe he will be quite receptive to our proposals. As you may remember, one of his lieutenants was to furnish us with a map of a new island. But let's get back to the party I mentioned previously, and which so piqued your curiosity. As already mentioned in my letters, I'd met the various members on several occasions in recent months. Our agent Fausta introduced them to me. She was our biggest source of information on the events I previously mentioned. As you may remember, I had given her orders to assassinate the general, if the opportunity presented itself. Her failure cost her. She was imprisoned, but fortunately was freed by her friends. Having obtained a pardon from the abbot who banished her, I believe that she'll henceforth be able to return to her family with her head held high. Among the members of the party were 2 Teofdians. One of them is called Nilan. He seems to have become the leader of a kind of community of refugees. He is said to work jointly with the Sopharch Elise to restore the lands of the Alliance's hinterland. The process they use is not yet known to us, but rest assured that I am doing everything to find out. I think I have already told you that Prince Alexander's niece, Sybil de Vespe, was also in the party. This intriguing young woman is a tour de force. She's had her cousin, the sinister Octave de Vespe, who murdered her parents, exiled. I encouraged her to apply for her former position as legate with us in Thélème. However, she has refused for the moment. It seems that she has not yet grown tired of leading an adventurous life. The party also counted the captain of the Constantia, Alvida, the daughter of Admiral Basileus himself. I know that she has worked to lift the veil on tragic events that took place a long time ago, involving both her parents. This contributed to breaking the Admiral's relationship with General Kurnaz, which is rather to our advantage. She is a respectable captain who will surely become an admiral, given time, and with her, bribes won't work. Among this strange party was also a citizen of the Dutan Empire called Ludwig. It didn't take long for us to discover that he was a smuggler and wanted for various crimes and misdemeanors. No one will pursue him anymore, however, since he died honorably in the catacombs during the battle. You may remember that there was also a member of the Coin Guard among them, a certain Till who had been close to General Kurnaz. He is said to have resumed his position as captain, but the rumors don't shed a good light upon him. He is said to have turned to alcohol. Finally, there was this woman of a certain age, Safia, a cartographer from the Bridge Alliance. She is said to have gone back to Teer in search of one of her friends, but I don't know more. It is likely that she'll eventually die there. The forests on that island are not the best place for an elderly woman. Finally, of course, there remains the one who was the soul of the party, the other Teer who some called Vrutengare, thanks to whom the Teer escaped a smallpox epidemic orchestrated by Kurnas that would have had catastrophic consequences, and who, of course, led the final assault on the general in the catacombs. As she returned to Teer to join her people, while still communicating with her former companions. But don't worry, I make sure to always keep an eye on her. Someone whose acts have had such an impact won't disappear into nothingness. There you have it. I think that I have summarized the fallout from the events that you asked about. Unfortunately, I can't answer your questions about the situation on Teer yet. I'm still waiting for a report from my agents there. All I know to date is that several highly placed people from the congregation are involved.
From another world, the doubt, the horror, beyond the land of Mars.
Xantis! Home at last!
from